What's up, everybody? It's the When in Seoul podcast here. Welcome back. I'm one of your hosts, Bobby Choi, and
it's not that easy, huh? Mine's more smooth. I'm a smoother introer.
It's got to be like, "What's up, everybody? Welcome to the When in Seoul podcast. It's fire up in here."
I want to set you on fire right now. That was terrible. You know what it is? It's clearly fake enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Even clearly it's always fake.
But I'm enthused right now. Like I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, no, I know. But then when you say words like "it's fire up in here,"
oh sure,
right.
That's actually that's not the way I speak. But it's all an act.
Got it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the When in Seoul podcast. Danny Cho, Bobby Choi, in the house.
Up in here. Yeah. I don't even know what they say.
That's some old school, like, it's like almost like saying the roof is on fire. You know?
Yeah. That was like 80s stuff.
Yeah, we don't need no water, let the burn. I can't curse, right? So, welcome. How's your week been?
Let's see. What happened this week? I don't know.
For me, I just
I'm so out of it.
For me, I just installed cable in my house.
Ah, the good old cable.
The good old cable. Now, the thing is, I did not read my contract properly, and apparently the 관리비, which is kind of the maintenance fee that you pay on top of your rent.
Mm-hmm.
Cable,
the building fee, maintenance fee, it goes extra with your on top of your rent, which is what you just said.
Yes, that's what I said. I don't know why you had to clarify it. Did it sound differently to you?
I had a lot of coffee this morning, so bear with me.
So I didn't read the contract properly, and apparently included in my 관리비 was cable. And I did have a TV, but I was only watching Netflix through it. And I realized that I don't know what the heck is going on in Korea.
You had a TV all this time for the past year, and all you had to do was put a cable to the wall?
No, like they had the landlord has like a cable box that they didn't give to me. They were like, so I called the maintenance person. I said, hey, like I want to install cable.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we have the box here. So,
oh, man.
So for a year, I've been not utilizing my cable.
Well, is that your fault or their fault?
It's my fault because I didn't read the contract.
Well, they should have gave you the box to begin with, no?
Well, no, because...
Can you ask them to give you a discount on this year's quality fees?
I'm a person that just doesn't like to haggle.
Okay.
Like that. So I just said, you know what?
I'll go and haggle for you.
It's like 10, 15 bucks,
Korean?
you know?
저기요. 우리 친구가 이거 관리비 계약을 잘 못 읽었어요.
Hey, it's not
그리고 돈 줘!
They'd be like, 뭐야, 저 새끼. So I turned on cable. I've been trying to watch Korean dramas that are not all of them, but the most popular one that recently finished was called Sky Castle. The thing is, it's on Netflix as well, right?
But you've been watching it on cable.
I've been watching the reruns on cable.
Oh, okay.
I've already seen it on Netflix recently.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you before, so.
Clearly. And so Sky Castle is all the rage. Have you seen Sky Castle?
I haven't. I saw. I know what it is. I don't know what it's about. I know that it's a show that exists. It's a Netflix show, right?
No, it's a cable. So
it's available on Netflix.
Yes.
I have cable also because it's in my quality fee, but I don't have a TV. So I've been paying for cable for the past 5 years.
So you don't say 깎아주세요 to your...
No, it's part of the building fee kind of thing.
So what's the difference between you and me, fool? No, but dude, like I mean, I don't want to spoil it for people, or I don't know if you're going to ever watch it, but in a nutshell, it's basically these group of families that live in this gated community, where the main focus
It's like
is
Melrose Place.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's like murder and suicide and stuff like that.
That's like Melrose Place.
Right.
There's murder, suicide.
But not the scandalous like sexual stuff of that kind of stuff. So basically, it's like these moms that want to make sure that their kids go to the best schools. Mm-hmm. So SKY is an acronym for the 3 top schools in Korea, right? Seoulde, Koryo대, and Yeonde, right? Yonsei, right? And so they want their kids to go to these crazy schools, the top of the line schools, and it revolves around. And apparently, they do this where they hire like a coordinator to set up all your tutoring and everything to make sure that you do whatever it takes to get to Seoulde or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And then the cutthroatness at what lengths do these parents go to do this,
So this show is basically about what actually goes on in Korean
right.
households.
Yeah, but it is a little, obviously it's a drama, so there's a lot of things that are exaggerated, but apparently moms were watching the show and going, "Oh, we need to do that," as opposed to going,
no.
This is a satire on how Korean education is looked upon. You know what I mean? So that kind of situation, and I was thinking about the way I grew up, because my mom and dad were very hardcore on studying.
Yeah.
But we didn't have. I didn't go to Hagwon. The only Hagwon I went to was SAT Hagwon for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right before taking the SAT. Right.
Mm-hmm. I didn't go to Hagwon either.
Yeah. So that was a different case. But in terms of studying, my first, the white kids that I had, friends that I had, or the Mexican kids that I had, friends, when it was report card time, and they brought home a B, the parents were all happy, and they would give their kids what do you call it, money, as a gift or a present.
A B was good for me.
Yeah,
that was acceptable in my house.
A B was not acceptable in my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your parents were tiger
parents.
Parents?
Yeah.
Is that what they call
because there's a legend on the report card that says A equals excellent, B equals good, C equals average, whatever, right? And so
B is good.
Yeah. So my second grade, elementary school, I bring home my first B, and I said, "Mom, before you freak out, A equals excellent, B equals good, C equals average." And my mom goes, "You did not get good. If you get good, you have a G."
Okay.
And I was like, "Okay, so what does B stand for?" Bad. Bad. Very bad. Come to C. What about C? Coffin. I put you inside the coffin. What about D? Die. I kill you. I kill you.
You don't have to.
But it was like that. Or
You don't have to say F, because I'm kind of guessing which you might say to you.
Yeah. That I can't say.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, my dad, he didn't. Both my parents didn't speak English well, right? So the way they would force studying upon me is that it's impossible for you to not learn something if you read it 10 times, right? Mm-hmm. So he would make me bring all my textbooks home and read the chapter that I'm on 10 times, and then the chapter that's where we're gonna learn later.
Mm-hmm. The next one?
Yeah, 10 times.
Wow.
Right? And so, I'm a kid, so I'm going to fall asleep, right? So to stop me from dozing off, he tied me to the chair with belts.
What?
Yeah. And then he put a sharpened pencil, pointed at my forehead. So if I doze forward, it's going to prick me in the forehead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah. So I went to school looking like an Indian many times.
That's pretty intense, man.
Yeah, it was pretty hardcore. And so they when it came to education, to them, it's more along the lines of you're just gonna just grind it out and study as hard as you can, you know. And I don't know. I mean, if I had kids, I don't know how I would employ those methods, you know.
I grew up in a very different atmosphere. I guess they let me come home with bad grades. But my grades were okay.
Like, what's the lowest grade you ever got?
I wasn't a straight A student, but I was more of an average student.
Like B, C?
C's, yeah. I'd get some C's.
A lot of before
But
Christ?
I'd be disappointed with C's. So I would hope for B's, sometimes get A's. So I guess you would call that above average.
Okay.
But average was okay in our household.
Wow.
At least it was for me. My older brothers, they were smarter than I was, or they were more studious, I would say. So all Korean parents, I guess they're not the same, but I still understand that majority of Korean parents, at least that immigrated to the States, were very strict on education, and they would be able to relate to a show like Sky Castle.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
So when you watch Sky Castle, you remember those things.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh man, but it's more hardcore, obviously, because it's a drama, so there's a lot of dramatization. But you know, like the kid who went to Harvard, the Korean kid who went to Harvard, or Yale, or one of them Ivy League schools, that kid's mom was looked upon like she knows the secret. Like, what's the secret to getting your kid into Harvard or in these schools, you know? And you know, like Korean parents, I feel, especially mothers, their hobby, their national pastime is to brag about their children, you know? Like, oh, my son went to this, or he bought me this, or yo, he became a doctor, or she became a lawyer, you know what I mean? Like, that's to me what I see in terms of even my mom, when I call her, she always gossips about so-and-so's kid got them this or did this for them. And I'm like,
I can see that.
So I'm like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say, look, you want me to be a doctor right now? Or what do you want me to be? Right. So they do a lot of that, you know? And so
I guess my mom, she
never pressured you to do anything, like, you know, in terms of the traditional, like...
Well, it's different with me because I think I'm the black sheep of the family, so she probably doesn't even talk about me. And I kind of figured this out when I was... when we were all out of school, and I remember asking her one time, just jokingly, I was like, Mom... oh, who's your favorite son? You know, like expecting her to say, "Oh, you're all my favorite," but without even a thought, she just Charlie. I was like, "What?" Of course, Charlie. Like, so I know she's not really. So maybe she's talking to other parents about, yeah, my son Charlie is a doctor. Very successful, married, 2 kids, and they're like, but I can just imagine her like trying to change the subject if her friends are like, oh, so what's Bobby doing?
So Charlie, just switching it up. That's funny.
So I mean I probably wouldn't watch Sky Castle just because, those even your stories don't trigger much of that kind of thing for me. Although I do like drama and stuff. I don't have cable, first of all, and I don't have Netflix anymore. I got rid of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I guess because there's a lot of actually Netflix is becoming a big thing in Korea.
Yeah, it's growing, and I know there's a big push for it. As of January 2018, there were about 340,000 members or subscribers. But by the end of the year, there was about 1.27 million members. So the membership or sign up increased by 274%. Although that number is going to go down a little bit because you canceled. right? But
yeah.
but
Well, I got rid of it for not only for financial reasons. I need to save money. But honestly, I don't even watch Netflix that much because I'm kind of getting sick of that feeling of watching something and being like, oh, I just wasted a lot of time on something that I didn't even enjoy. So I would say like more than 50% of the new titles that I've seen, especially the Netflix shows that are like Netflix shows or Netflix movies. Yeah. Like most of the time I'll watch it, I'll be like, damn, why did I watch that? Like I just wasted time. It's like books. Like I don't read books unless my friends or people I respect recommend it to me.
Right.
I won't read it just because it's on a list.
Like a bestsellers list, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But Netflix, like it's so there. It's right there. It's just a click away. And I often would find myself watching these films because they just put it on the front page for you to be like, hey, oh, what's this? Maybe I'll check it out. One too many times.
Yeah.
So I just got rid of it finally.
Oh.
Yeah. But I got to save money too, so.
Well, I don't pay for it. I use my roommate Wandag's account.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. You could share accounts. Yeah. Or it's like a family thing.
Before I was using Wandag's account because we were living together, right? In LA. But then before Wandag, I was using an ex-girlfriend's account. And then one time, like, I guess she forgot to pay for the bill. Because it said, oh, like we didn't receive payment. And a part of me is like, man, this girl can't even pay for her Netflix bill. No wonder we broke up. Like, she's not responsible for anything while I'm stealing her account, right? Like, thing is, recently, Netflix put out their first original Korean series.
Yeah.
It was called Kingdom.
It's a zombie thing.
Zombie thing, right? With Peduna and
it's a period piece.
Yes.
Like the Joseon Dynasty kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's with the zombies.
Yes.
Okay.
So I watched it because at first I didn't want to watch it because I just don't like. I don't like watching zombie movies or like them scary movies, because
I don't like them either.
Because it doesn't put me in a happy mood, right? But I met the production company, and so I was like, okay, I met the CEO and whatever. It's like, okay, they seem like nice guys. Let's go try this out, right? And I noticed one thing after watching Kingdom. When did zombies become so fast?
What are they running?
Yeah. Remember old zombie movies? Do you remember the movie?
Yeah, they go really slow.
What is it? Shaun of the Dead with Simon Pegg, the comedy. Like, they walk really slow. And I'm like,
yeah,
I could survive that, But starting from World War Z, the Brad Pitt movie, to the Train to Busan, to the Kingdom, I'm like, you gotta be like a track star to be a zombie. You know what I mean? Like, I come to Korea thinking, oh, maybe I can do get some acting roles. Yeah. I can't even be a zombie extra, man. If I'm in a zombie movie, I can't get bitten because if I do, then I gotta run fast as hell, right? So I'm like, oh man, this is hard. Zombies are so fast in Korea. You know how Koreans are very pali-pali? Even their zombies are pali-pali. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I'm glad they're changing stereotypes.
Zombie stereotypes. Zombies are writing in like, hey, you're zombie shaming us.
Do they drive? Do they
no, they don't
ride
need to
bicycles?
They don't need to drive. They just run.
They're just sprinters?
They're sprinters.
Okay.
Yeah. But see, imagine when zombies start swimming, it's over.
Okay.
It's over. Because my whole move is if there was a zombie thing, like if there's a zombie thing happening right now, we're all going to Jeju-do. Right? That's it. Then no planes, no nothing. Just we're going to Jeju-do somehow, right? Anyway, the reason why I brought up Sky Castle and Kingdom, you'll see later, is that I recently read an article about this kind of activity where people will go to prison, not real prison, but fake prison, a mock prison, in order to avoid daily stresses.
I've read about this. I've seen this in recent past. I guess it's this thing that's been around for at least 5 years.
Right.
It's kind of weird. It's like you pay to stay in prison overnight. It's like a 24-hour thing.
Right.
Right. So
in order to, your life has to be that bad or stressful that you were like, yo, I am going to go to prison. But again, it's not like real prison, ladies and gentlemen. You're not, there's no killers right next to you,
it's a mock prison.
Yeah.
But they do keep you in solitary. You're not allowed to speak to people, stuff like that, right?
Yes. No talking with other inmates, no mobile phones or clocks.
Okay, we have some facts here, actually, from an article we read from The Independent.
So, since 2013, the Prison Inside Me facility in northeast Hongcheon has hosted more than 2,000 inmates, many of them stressed office workers and students seeking relief from South Korea's demanding work and academic culture.
Oh my goodness!
It's $90 US dollars.
That's what I'm.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You pay $90
to spend 24 hours locked up in a mock prison. Prison rules are strict. No talking with other inmates. No mobile phones or clocks. And to me, honestly, no phones is kind of tough. It's very tough. Can you live like?
I can live without my phone.
What, really?
Yeah.
You've done it?
Yeah, I can. Ever since I gave up social media, I don't pick up my phone as much. And now you get a weekly update of, at least for iPhones, they let you know what your daily usage is. And sometimes I don't use it at all.
Really?
Yeah. So I kind of love that now. Although I did say last time that I'm going to start getting back onto social media. I have yet to, but I'm going to soon. But
is that why when I could call you, sometimes it takes you like half the day to answer?
Is that the case? Probably. Yeah. There's a lot of emails, everything these days. It's been hard to contact me, but it's not that I like that I'm living in the past, like in the 80s,
right,
when we didn't have phones and internet.
No, because to me, like if I leave my phone at home and I go outside and I'm kind of far away from home, I'm kind of in a panic because I'm like, okay, well, what if someone's calling me? What if something is important? And to be honest, nothing really important's ever happened without my phone. Yeah. But it's always that anxiety of oh my god, what if there's this important email, or what if a hot girl?
I think you should do this.
Is hitting me up.
I think you should do this mock prison thing.
Well, here's another reason why I'm kind of whatever about it. The clients get a blue prison uniform, a yoga mat, tea set, and pen and notebook. They sleep on the floor. There's a small toilet inside the room, but no mirror. Toilet inside the room is kind of a bad thing. And then you get served steamed sweet potato and a banana shake for dinner, and rice and porridge for breakfast. That's the part where I have a big problem with.
This is the thing. This sounds a lot like my life.
Yeah, but you don't have to spend an extra $90 to do that, right? Like,
I'm just saying, why don't you just why don't we trade apartments for a day, and then you can see what it's like living in prison. Because come on, my apartment, you stayed there before.
Yeah,
it's very cell-like. It's one room. There's a bathroom, although the toilet's not in the same room.
Right.
I'll give them that. But it's basically a mat, right? You get a yoga mat. You sleep on the floor. You sleep on the floor at my place.
Right.
I'm always offering you tea. Pen and notebook. That is my choice of working.
Right.
What else do we got? Menu includes steamed sweet potato and banana shake, and rice porridge. That sounds just like my vegan diet. This is how I get my sustenance.
So basically, you've been living in prison for the last year, or many years.
I guess so. I guess people might view my life as a very solitary, prison-like.
Yeah, now that you canceled Netflix, you're super just shut out.
There's no TV here.
Right.
There's no radio. There's no cable.
I need a little bit of that white noise.
The phone is off the hook, basically, if you want to call it that. But I want to know if you can keep these items, like the yoga mat, the tea set, the pen, the notebook. That might be a good takeaway, like something you can, like a souvenir.
To me, I believe that this type of mock prison, I think you'd have to treat it like a hotel or a motel.
Okay.
You can't take the pillows. You can't take the towels. Although people do.
But you can take the toothbrush, the toiletries. If it's a motel, you can take the lube and the condoms.
And the half-used gel.
I think that's just in Korea, though, right? That they do that. I don't know. I haven't been to many motels outside of Korea.
In the States, it's a motel is just like a hotel, except grimier.
And there's a door. And the door you can kick in.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that a Bill Burr joke? He's like, motels are like... I'm trying to do the voice.
What are you going to do? So the co-founder of this facility, No Chi-hyang, says the mock prisons were inspired by her husband, a prosecutor who often was working 100-hour work weeks. He said he would rather go into solitary confinement for a week than to feel better.
It's a good... I mean, the concept is good. I feel like I can believe that Korean people would want to do something like this.
Yeah.
I don't know personally anyone that has.
Yeah.
But just knowing that this kind of thing exists in Korea, I can believe it.
I mean, to me...
Why not?
Why not go to a temple stay?
Yeah. This takes it to the extreme, though. If you're... in a temple stay, you're free to roam about nature and get out of your room.
Yeah.
Right? But in prison, you basically, you can't talk to the other inmates.
Yeah. You
can't figure out, you can't use your phone, all that stuff. It's not like, I keep thinking of Goodfellas and I wonder if there's I don't know, different kinds of societies within that mock prison. I wonder if there's a quarter where, they give you a razor and and garlic where you can shave it down to, I don't know, they start cooking and...
Imagine you find somebody trying to dig a hole, so they spent $90 every day for a month to try to dig a hole to get out of prison.
That would be therapeutic too. Paying to be king of the prison, or having special privileges in the prison.
This dude can talk.
Yeah. Handing over a mock prison guard.
Yeah.
Some cigarettes.
Yeah.
For protection from the other thing. I don't know.
Because I understand.
I'm not making fun of it. I know it's a real thing. People use it as stress relief, but
no, because I've worked 100-hour work weeks when I was a consultant. During busy season, it would be 14 to 16 hours a day, Monday through Sunday. There was no breaks, And so I understood the amount of stress and the amount of work, but I never used solitude to help me deal with stress. For me, it was drinking and doing stand-up comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can see how solitary confinement could be an option, depending on how stressed you are. Really, I would definitely take a day of prison over, let's say I was working at a job I hated, and if they gave me the option, listen, you look pretty stressed. Do you want to go to prison for a day? I mean, you won't get into fights in the yard or anything like that. It's just if they gave me that option, I might consider it, to have some peace of mind, pen and paper. I can write down my thoughts, write some poems, and
You know, although for me, every time when I was a consultant, every time there was a chance for me to get out of work, I took it. For example, I loved jury duty.
Ah, yes.
I'm like, yo, man, this is my civic duty. I need to be a juror. And then there was one day every year, for charity, you would walk up the U.S. Bank building, the stairs.
That's the tallest building in LA.
Yeah, the downtown LA building, right? And it was about a block from my office.
Yeah.
So every year, I hate exercise. You know that. And I'm going to walk the U.S. Bank. So I can take the day off. And
so your work let you out if you did that.
Because they're like, hey, you're doing something for charity, and I would, slowly and leisurely walk up all the floors. And I would do it. I would do everything. Sometimes, like I said, I would drink and do stand-up, and sometimes I would hope to get a DUI so I can get a few days more off. That's how bad of the busy season was. I mean, it didn't happen, thankfully, but, but that's how much I hated it, So when you're stressed, like, what is your go-to move to kind of try to deal with it or relieve it?
I go to sleep. So I sleep a long time. So I think the prison thing I could probably do it. Get locked up for 24 hours. And I'd probably just sleep a lot, to be honest. It might be a good way to lose weight, too, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
If you're only given a banana shake and, what was it, gruel?
Yeah, porridge.
Sorry.
I just didn't like the way, as you said, it might be a good way to lose weight.
I looked at you?
You slyly looked at me,
I don't know. That was just, I didn't mean to do that. But
yeah, you did.
It just happened.
Yeah, you did.
What do you do? Do you, did you already answer this?
I drink, man.
You drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my question to the listeners is, what do you guys do when you're stressed? Like, what's a good way to relieve stress? Like, I know a lot of Koreans eat spicy food to relieve stress.
This is something that my wife and I take advantage of.
Right.
We used to get spicy chicken feet once a week. Because it was so spicy, you would just
sweat out your stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you're like eating really spicy food and you're sweating, you're almost mad at only the food, at only the spiciness, and you forget about all your troubles.
Right.
And it really does work. It's therapeutic. So I think that's a good thing that Koreans do.
You know what? I think this is a very Korean-like mentality because, when I used to do martial arts and then I accidentally get kicked in the balls,
Yeah.
And it hurts, right? My taekwondo master, if I'm, what he would do is he'd sock me in the arm hard. And I go, why do you do that? And he goes, if your arm hurts more, then you'll forget about the pain in your balls, right?
Okay.
I'm like, both of them hurt right now, man.
Like, diversion.
Yeah. Okay.
You're diverting the pain too.
Okay, Legolas. That's such a nerdy reference, but a diversion.
A diversion.
I can't even explain that reference, but so the segue. So the reason why I brought up Sky Castle and this was because a lot of students and their stress, built up stress. Maybe they go to one of the mock prisons, to kind of relieve stress. I don't know if it'll help them. But the reason why I bring up Kingdom is because, zombies mean you died and then now you're undead, right? So, we went from mock jails and prisons to mock funerals.
Yeah. This I actually heard of first before I saw the article on mock prisons. You can actually go to a mock funeral of your own, of your own funeral. Right. So you're going there. They have this is actually free, or one of the programs, the one we read about is free.
Yeah.
The New York Times had an article on mock funerals in Korea. So this is different. It's not 24 hours, obviously, right?
It's about 2.5 hours from what I read.
And you go as far as to being put into a coffin and they put the lid on you.
Yeah.
For like 10 minutes.
Yes.
Which already I know you would not be down with.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm claustrophobic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But it seems to be a trend, something that came out around the same time as mock prisons.
Mm-hmm.
And just looking at the numbers based on these two articles, it looks like the mock funerals are more popular. Would you say?
I think so. Yeah. I think.
Then again, it's not at 24 hours as opposed to 2.5 hours. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, to me, the mock prison idea is just like a theme motel, really, if you think about it. You know, but the mock funeral is it's to me it's way different because I guess the purpose is to give people a new perspective on life. Yeah. Right. In terms of people also that are stressed or some people that are
terminally
ill, to get them prepared for their upcoming death and have kind of, try to take away the anxiety of that, right? And so I understand the concept of it, but first of all, I'm super claustrophobic, so if you're shutting me in the thing, I'm gonna Uma Thurman Kill Bill out of that coffin. You know what I mean? I got a 1-inch punch through out of here, right?
Well, have you've been to my place before? I can lock you up in the bathroom. It's pretty small in there. Turn off the lights.
No, actually that's enough room.
Okay.
Like to me, it's about. Okay, so remember when I came to visit a handful of years ago, and we had to go to Gangnam to get some like lav mics.
Yeah.
Remember? Mm-hmm. And then it was a packed train, and I was slowly freaking out, right? Because, just people are everywhere. And I remember you going, "Hey, you okay?" And I was like, "No, man, I'm freaking out." Mm-hmm. Then you're like, "Are you really?" And then you pulled out your phone, and then you started taking video footage of me.
Yeah.
Going, "Danny, are you really freaking out?" Right? I was like,
well... I wouldn't have taken it out if you said, "I think I'm going to die."
Yeah.
But you were going to live, so why not get this on camera?
No, because I was kind of, how do you say, my heart was beating faster. Like I was profusely sweating for no reason. Like I get it's claustrophobic plus xenophobia, right? And that's why I have a hard time in places where I'm like up close to people. I can't go to music festivals if it's popular. I got to go to not popular music festivals.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. If I was claustrophobic, I would stay away from those kinds of things. Yeah. But mock funeral, mock prison, I think it's good for you.
Yeah.
You get 24 hours of your life taken away from you, but really you need to use that time to appreciate the fact that you've had that time taken away from you. You can meditate. You can not be. You can take a break from your phone, your TV, the outside world. It's just you have to be. That could be a very good thing, And I really think it is. Like I love the fact that I'm not tied to my phone as much as I used to. I actually went onto Instagram this week because I had to find some information. And I did a quick scan of the wall. What do you I don't even know what you call
timeline?
It. Like the timeline of other people's posts and stuff. And I was looking at it, and most of it
is garbage.
Yeah. Like I'm still kind of not wanting to go back, but still wanting to go back. I don't know. Right. It's a weird thing. That's true.
Like there's a show on Korean TV called 너의 목소리를 보인다 or something like it's like I see your voice.
Okay.
And what it is there are contestants and the final prize is that you get to sing with the celebrity who's a contestant. So the celebrity's job is to pick out of the 10 who is an actual singer. And then other people are completely tone deaf. Right? Okay. And so it'd be like, all right, I think this person, like for example, first round, I think contestant number 1 is tone deaf, right? And then they come out and then they go, okay, and then he or she sings, and sometimes it's tone deaf, and sometimes he or she has amazing voices, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, like, the way is like, well, the way that person's holding, like, they make them lip sync something. And be like, oh, I think this person is a real singer, or this person isn't, or, you know, to that kind of thing, right?
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
And so one of the contestants I saw in a previous episode, he is tone deaf, but there is a group that he has, like a club of people who are tone deaf, but they meet every week to go to norebang. And so it's a group of people that can't sing, mm-hmm. they sound terrible, but they love that kind of stress relief that they meet up members of like 10 to 20 people to just belt out horribly.
Wow. Okay.
But to relieve stress. So you don't even have to have a good voice to be in a norebang. Although sometimes I feel like you do in this country.
Sometimes it's the pressure.
Yeah.
That the reason why I don't like norebangs in general mm-hmm. is I don't like singing in front of other people. I know I'm a singer. Singer-songwriter, dude. But, you know, I don't like singing other people's songs, I guess. I have a really big problem with that. I need to let go a little.
Right.
But I do understand why they have, like, solo karaoke's here. Like
the coin norebang?
Yeah, coin karaoke's where you just pay for yourself to go in there and sing alone.
Right.
That makes more sense to me.
Right.
I understand how that would be stress relieving.
Yeah.
And why you would pay money for something you could actually do at home.
Yeah.
Right?
But they can't yell at home.
Exactly.
Even here, right? Like you said, like you can't be loud at a certain time, right?
So. And you don't get the strobe light and the tambourine to get your stress out. So
no, because my neighbor, like, she sings in the shower, and I can hear her.
That's not creepy at all.
Well, it's not like I put the glass cup to the wall, man. I can hear her singing. Like,
I don't know. It's just a creepy statement. I don't know. Yeah. It sounded creepy.
Because I'm like watching TV at like midnight, and then all of a sudden I hear water like running in my neighbors, and then I hear like.
I understand. I think my apartment building as well. Everything is very thin walled. Yeah. You can hear everyone else's business.
Yeah.
You can hear when they're doing laundry and stuff. It's just my apartment building. You've been there.
Well, can you? Okay. I'm curious if the walls are that thin, even for me. Like, if I have a special someone over and we are doing special activities, I wonder if they can hear us.
I don't know. And with that, we're gonna call it a week. If you guys are stressed out, I hope you give us a chance and listen to this podcast on a weekly basis. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's a time to release some stress. Maybe you can laugh with us. Maybe you could, try to laugh at Danny's stories and his cheesy jokes that he tries to get out.
You don't like No Longer Our Perts? I thought that was fantastic. And by the way, I like the consistency of how the intro and the outro was meandering and crappy. Good job, Bobby. Well, guys, thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, or maybe even some ideas on how we can relieve some stress, email us at peninsulapod@gmail.com. Talk to you later.
See you guys.
Today